seconds. Okay. So something something happened over the past 24 hours. As soon as I ended my last video, which by the way, uh I have a Dragon Age. I've been wanting to go over that again because something interesting been happening behind the scenes. But the Sonic 2 international box office numbers came in. Oh, this has been I want to talk about that next. So Sonic 2 international box office has been updated. And it's not good. It's really not good for Sonic 2. So I did the math and Sonic 2 added just excuse me, just over 7 million over the last week internationally. I have it on my YouTube page, but yeah, it's not looking good for Sonic 3. And some people are saying, well, no, it's because they're doing slow rolling out. No, they don't do that with international numbers. The international numbers are updated here once to twice a week. And I did the math. So I'm going to put the math up for what changed. So previous Sonic international number was here's the math. This is the math. This is what the numbers were. This is previous Sonic international number. Roughly this. About a week. I have the pictures and stuff on my page. In my last video, this is what it was. Before the update, this is what it is now, as you can see here. Now, you can also go here to see the difference. See, this is what it roughly was here, right? They haven't updated here, but it's been updated here. This get updated once a week. As you can see, they haven't been updated here or here, but it's updated here. So this is a difference. This is how much it's been. I mean, put the comments in. No, 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 no. Let me show you how much it made. This is how much it made. Just over 7 million in a week international. Now let's look at Mufasa international number. Right, I'm showing you both of them side by side so you can see it. This is their local number, this is their international national number, and here is Mufasa international number from last week. As you can see, Mufasa haven't been updated yet. Seven. Yeah, Mufasa haven't fully been updated. They are about the same, but you can see it's haven't been updated. Roughly the same, and this is what it was the previous week here. It's what it was the previous week here. Like Mufasa get updated every Sunday, but I guess Monday in some places, and that is because each one of these places update their own every day and stuff, but they don't update the international totals and stuff except once to twice a week. So if you are in Switzerland, you're looking for the updated numbers, You won't get the updated numbers until a week. Doesn't matter. You could be in the United Kingdom, United Arab. They don't update any of the international number except once, maybe twice a week. And this is what happens. So Sonic has been updated internationally, but Mufasa have not. With that being said, you can see the difference between both of their international. Like Sonic domestic, I can show you this. I'm gonna show you Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Look at the international and domestic box office split for this one. Let's look at all previous Sonic movies to show that their international and domestic split is about the same. See? About the same. It's coming in roughly 50-50 split. And Sonic is flipped on that. But it's coming still roughly that 50-50 split, except international is flipped with domestic. Now, let's look at the Lion King. You see it's this near it's roughly um 33 66. So 1 to 2. Now let's look at Lion King 2019 number. Roughly the same. See? Trying to get it all lined up so it can, when you look back and forth, see? Oh, I can't get lined up here for some reason. It's slightly lower. I see why, because one thing, just one thing that lowered it. Ah, trying to get lined up. That's the closest I can get it. But look, see the international and national is roughly the same. It's It's a 6% difference. Like no 4% difference here to here, but it's roughly the same. And the Sonic one is roughly the same, except Sonic domestic is flipped. It's flipped with the international. So Sonic's not doing as well internationally as Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Because as you can see, the domestic was the one on the lower end, and it was about 1% different. So if we try to line it up more with the international national number, Sonic 2 has a chance to hit 400 million, maybe 450 million. Is it going to hit 500 million and 550 or five near anywhere 550 million? Is it going to catch up to Mufasa at all? No, because Mufasa internationally is first international week it made roughly 30 million. Its second international week it made 60. Its third it jumped up 80, and this is what it is now. You see how much it just keep jumping up by 20 30, 40 million every week. And now look at it now. The third week, that's a 60. But okay, it jumped up 30. It went from 30 to I think it's 30 to 60 every week. For 1 week it was 30, the next week it jump up by 60, and then a week after that it jump up by like 81. So you can see it making major jumps every week. Now, is it gonna make that major jump up this week? No. I'm expecting it might finally start going down slowly. So my low end, I'm saying because I had did it say okay, okay, it's gonna. I said last week it should start slowing down internationally, and then it made a 61 million jump, and I'm like, oh wow, I was like, oh. So my initial guess was 20 gonna make a as high as 25 million, no, as low as 25 million up to 50 million. I was terribly off. I undervaluated. So I'm trying to not do that because I'm my first initial thought is it's gonna slow down. It's finally gonna slow down and it's gonna be around 25. And then I thought, yeah, I was 30 million off last time. so so I'm gonna say I'm gonna add that difference and say it's gonna make I'm gonna add another 25, say it's gonna make minimum 50 to 100 million. My minimum is 50 to 100 million. Can you make lower than that? Yes, because I over, I well, I undercut it last time because I thought it was gonna make around 50 million, but it made 30 million, 30, 31 million more than I thought it would. So now I'm gonna try. I'm saying I was thinking, it's okay. It's this time it's gonna make around 25, but again, I because I overestimated the numbers I was seeing. This time I'm going to, instead of saying what I think it could make, I'm going to double that and say it's going to make around minimum 50 to 100 million. This with this come out. I could be overshooting it this time, but last time I undershot it. So I want to get fair compensation and do fair dues because it overperformed even what I was seeing in all of the data and everything. Because a lot of people don't know I literally have a background, a degree in science. So yeah. So what I do is I look at all of these numbers, the opening weekends, and then I look at what it was every week here, and I try to get a fair estimate or what each number jumped by. And then I take the next week or the next week numbers, and then I compare it to this week numbers here. These here. Try to get a fair jump on that. And when I did that last time, it was like, okay, it's gonna be around, and then I try to give it like 10% decrease. I thought it would be 10% decrease, and it turned out to be 5% increase one week. I'm like, okay, it went up, and then I'm like, okay, this week I'll have that 10% decrease, and it went up another. It nearly double. I'm like, it doubled from the first weekend. I'm like, it went from 30 to 81 million. And I'm like, okay, so Mufasa is doing what the Lion King did before, because I checked back then. And it's the same thing that the Lion King 2019 did. And I'm like, okay, so there's no deep, really, giving it that decrease, just give it a fair estimate. So then I went up here. I saw that these numbers internationally, when I looked at this number and saw the drop here for the week to week. So like 23, it was 23 here, and the previous week it was 37. That's a 25 drop. That's roughly a 25 million drop. Now, because Mufasa makes double internationally than it does domestically. You have to remember that. Also, yeah, here. I picked the wrong one. Here. Because Mufasa makes double international what it does domestically, you have to you have to add 200 to what it made domestically to get the international. And that's the so tricky part because again, domestically it added this weekend. Last weekend, as you can see, it added 20, almost 25 million. So you have to double that, and that's roughly 50 million. But you got to remember, this is just the weekend numbers, not the total number. When you add the total number, this go up by about another. Well, actually, it's actually when it's go up. When I just thought about it, it went up by nearly half of this. So it went up by nearly half of this internationally for the two. So yeah, this was actually probably around what it went up here. It went up roughly 11. No, it went up around 12 to 13 million over the weekend. Over the week, not just weekend number, but the week number. Here, let's look. Then it hit. See how it jumped to here on Tuesday and Monday. See, it still hit two. So two for. I can't pull up Sunday numbers. So two for. That's roughly two, two and a half. So that's 4.5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 3. Then it made a major jump on Friday. So 7, that's 9, 10. That's roughly 12. Like I said, roughly between 11 and 12. So you take that and you double that, so it could make minimum. This is why I. This is how I do it. I'm like, okay, it made roughly 12 here, there, so it's gonna make around 24 to 25. Then I remember I undershot it last week. I'm like, yeah, I undershot it last week, so it could make a lot more than that. So I undershot it. I was like, okay, you double it internationally, it's gonna make around 25. And I remember, yeah, no, I thought it was gonna make 50. It made 81 million internationally. So it didn't just make what I thought. It made roughly another 50%. It's rough. It made roughly more than another 50%. So it's around 40% more than what I thought it was gonna make internationally for that week. So if I'm thinking it's gonna make 12, I think I'll make it 12. I'm gonna plus it that by 40%, and that's 16. But if I if I do it by 50%, that's 18. And that's what I'm like, okay, that's the better. But then I remember I undershot it, so I'm like, yeah. So my guess is lowest possible 25. What it could actually make is between 50 and 100. So that's why I try to be fair. Now, as I show you Sonic numbers here, this is what Sonic made previous week box office numbers internationally. This is what they made up to date as of less than 24 hours ago. And you can see it's not that much of a difference. Now, these numbers do get updated once to twice a week, and it was just updated. I literally kept up with it. It was updated last Friday, and it was updated yesterday, rough less than 24 hours ago, at the time of making this video. And the numbers don't lie because it's underperforming internationally than Sonic 1 and 2. Now, with that being said, as I said before, Sonic 3 has the possibility to make 400 million. It's a possibility. Is it going to make more than that? Is it going to make 500 million? I don't really see that because it's slowing down dramatically every week. Like it does well, it doesn't jump on the weekends like this, but like look how Mufasa did. Let's look at the international before that. See, it was roughly making 1 million, it made 2 million here, but Mufasa did as well. It made more than that. Going into is this Tuesday? Yep. Mufasa made 600,000 more. And on the weekend you can see how it drops. Like Saturday it did well, then dropped hard Sunday, and then it dropped even harder Monday. It doing the same thing as it did roughly up here, where you see how it jumped and then dropped. It jumped again here, and then it started dropping here and then just drop off Monday. So it's gonna make roughly another 200 2 million. It can make lower than that tomorrow. But that's what around is what's gonna be. But Mufasa is still gonna hit. Mufasa is gonna hit easily, hit more, and it can make it easily another 2 million. It can make another 2.5 because you look at Mufasa difference. As go here, see, it took the same drop, but it was a lot less than Sonic on the same time. Oh, why did it go up? I scroll down. Like Wednesday, Mufasa has bigger. Uh, Thursday, Mufasa was bigger. And Friday, Mufasa again bigger. You can see even Sunday, Mufasa's still bigger. 9 million, like versus 8 million. Mufasa even beat it in by whoa by nearly 1 million. Last Saturday. So you can see Mufasa is while Mufasa is also going down, Sonic is showing a bigger drop. So this is why I tell people Sonic had the biggest weekend here because that's when it came out. It has biggest weekend here. Mufasa made this much here on Friday, but it made triple that or double that internationally on these same days. So it made every day Mufasa make double of what is made internationally. At minimum double. Not just double, because the last week international numbers were nearly triple of what it made domestic. So the numbers can be I was waiting to make this video because the number can be up to date tonight or it can be updated in 24 hours and Sunday. So people are like, Sonic is gonna, it's not out internationally. International numbers are right here. International dates, release dates, everything is right here. It was out 20 in Norway. It was out on 20 in Canada. It was out on 20 in another place, but it's not showing up here. But there were 3 places internationally it was out on the 20th. I don't know why it's not showing up here. It probably because that was probably a city or something, and the whole country or state did not have it out internationally, but it's out in certain areas like that. But you can see the international date. It's already out internationally. The biggest places it needed to be out internationally was the UK, which is why it's on top. France, which is why it's hot. Like these are two of the biggest ones. Outside domestic, these are the two biggest ones. Let me go through the list. I think. Then there's Mexico, which two biggest ones here, Mexico and Brazil, Latin America, and then Australia, right? Those are the biggest ones. And Mufasa, same thing. France is 30, and Sonic in France is 15. You see the difference? Sonic, Mufasa makes France, Mufasa have 30 in France to Sonic 15. In the United Kingdom, this Mufasa have 25 to Sonic 23, so Sonic's slightly behind. Mufasa slightly ahead. German, 6 to 20. So this idea of Sonic making more in the same place as Mufasa, it's not showing up by the data. Like you can see, Mufasa had a bigger opening in all of these places. Spain, let's see if I can find Spain. 12 to okay. No, oh no, I was like, oh wait, so Sonic leading Spain? Nope, Sonic is at 6 to Mufasa 12. We flip this around so I can throw it this way. In Spain, Sonic is down to Mufasa by nearly double. Italy, 5 to 20, so by 4. Let's see. Yeah, slightly ahead, and it's slightly more. It's slightly made more total than Mufasa made opening. Netherlands, even showing. Nope, it's not showing off, so it's not the Netherlands. United Arab, well, 2-2. Is this the one that Sonic is winning? Sonic's winning here. That's one place for Sonic. But here's always the caveat. You have to remember, Mufasa number haven't been updated. These are the updated numbers for Sonic. So, and even the places where Sonic is winning, there's a good chance once Mufasa when numbers are updated in those places, Mufasa can be in the lead again. So this is why I always have to say that. But Iceland, it's Iceland. Iceland is winning here, but again, the numbers haven't been updated. So certain places, Sonic is in the lead, but in the biggest places, Mufasa is if double to triple to if not quadruple of what Sonic have in those places. So can Sonic make up this deficit? No, no, it doesn't look well. Can Mufasa make up his domestic deficit? Yeah, Mufasa can make up a domestic deficit. It can make it up by this weekend if it has a big weekend, but it can also it can make it up next weekend because again, Sonic is having a slower drop off than Mufasa. Let's update and see if anything changed last before I go. If it changed, doesn't look like it. Okay, everything is up to date, and I guarantee it's gonna be fun as soon as I post this video on my YouTube page. The Mufasa number is gonna be updated. But that's all I can say for now. The Sonic fan, the data don't lie. Can't be upset that Mufasa is doing better. It's just there. Anyway, Later. Scroll up to make sure I get all of this in to let people see where the number is at the end. These are the numbers. Be upset. Also, I didn't even talk about Dan and Thieves because you can see it's doing good for the first week and like came in second after Mufasa here. So this puts Sonic down to fourth. Sonic has slowly been going down. But anyway,